Total football, total access, total sense. The Derby County story.
I do feel privileged to have been looked after by the club, I'll be honest, because it makes me feel normal. Does that make sense? It makes me feel that I'm not in a wheelchair. I mean, I'm just sitting here watching the match like everyone else.
I think there's a waiting list every year for season tickets for the disabled concession, or the disabled season tickets that Derby County have. And that's a testament to the facilities that Derby put in place.
This is Pride Park, home to Derby County Football Club. A club steeped in history, but one that's very much looking forward towards the future. Pictures of Derby County's ground set to music.
We want to make sure that our facility reflects our community, our city, our region, and the supporters who are coming to the games, or who we'd like to come to the games that may not be coming yet. Part of it's also reaching out, letting them know how accessible the stadium is, what a good experience they can have, because it may be intimidated and thinking it's going to be too difficult to get there. I may not like where I have to sit, I may not like the view, and so it's letting them know that this is a place that's friendly for them to come. I think there's a great business proposition if you stack it up just on that increased attendance and interest.
Since I've been coming, it's given me confidence. It's built my confidence up. And if the team win, then that's a bonus. If we lose or draw, I still don't feel it's a negative, because I've enjoyed watching the game.
A lot of other clubs don't recognise that people, if they can walk, they still have a disability. It's very often just kind of wheelchair disabilities they recognise. And from Derby's point of view, it keeps people coming back and wanting to come here as well.
It made the move from the old baseball ground stadium in 1997. Back then it had just 30 regular disabled supporters.
The club had the foresight to speak to the disabled and ask them really what they would like to see in the new stadium. And where possible, it's been incorporated. But of course that was 14 years ago.
Rather than sitting back, the club continues to employ a disabled liaison officer who works closely with Derby's active disabled supporters club.
We go to Keith and say, you know, we suggest this, suggest that. We don't always get everything we want, obviously. That's the way of the world, but he comes back and says, yeah, we're prepared to do this. You know, can you help us? And we contribute where we can. But we had some really, really good relationship that's built up over the years.
The club have been and continue to be extremely supportive of me and our disabled supporters. Obviously there are question marks when I say I would like, for instance, new buggies. We're looking at £6,500 for one of those. That's where a marriage with the Derby County Disabled Supporters Clubs helps us quite a lot. But you look at doing things that don't cost an awful lot. And imagine, you've seen the concourse scenes, how busy it is. Imagine the ambulant disabled comes and says, Keith, I want a cup of tea, but I can't stand because I've got to hold a walkie stick or an aid. How can I manage? So we went back and looked at it and put those seats in. Didn't cost anything really. And those are the provisions that I can say to the club, we can do this and it's not going to cost a lot. Is that okay? And invariably I get the go-ahead.
Material changes to existing stands can be very costly, so instead more innovative ways have been found.
We used the external lift system as being the cheaper option than having to build lift shafts. We're able to use the existing concrete fabrications of the stands and just put metal plating over it to give us those platforms. So again, it's much, much cheaper than having to build from, if you like, from the start.
Originally designed with 3 wheelchair platforms, There are now 5, while a loop system has been added to help supporters with visual disabilities.
With me being ambulance disabled, I find very often when you go to other grounds, getting actually to the ground is difficult. With here, they provide buggy transport from the car parks down to the ground, access into the ground either through turnstiles or through accessible doors. And then, because the way Derby have planned it out, you can actually sit more or less anywhere you wanted to in the stadium. With the elevated seating sections, no longer are you kind of confined to the sides of the pitches or the corners as they are in a lot of the grounds around the country.
A stadium can very quickly start to look old or just be behind the times, and so for us, we're investing something every year into maintenance and to capital improvements, and facilities for the disabled is right at the top of the list every year to make sure that we're able to accommodate everybody who wants to come to the game. We have space to accommodate them comfortably, a good view. I don't think there's a bad seat in the house, but making sure the views are right, as well as getting to and from the game. And so it's a core part of our business plan every year.
It's all part of providing an experience for that disabled person, and to make it as safe and secure and enjoyable as you can.
With a waiting list for disabled season tickets and 600 home fans alone attending every game, club bosses believe that the continual upgrades work out as a very good commercial decision.
I think often in football we get focused almost entirely on what it takes to get a result on the pitch, which is incredibly important. At the end of the day, people come to watch exciting football and to see us win, and we never lose sight of that. But for us, it's about customer service, and so as we evolve year on year, we're looking to grow new supporters, bring supporters back in under the tent who perhaps have lapsed, and to make sure there's no reason why anybody can't get to the match or isn't comfortable at the match, because we want to sell this facility out for every game. It drives more revenue to the club, which enables us to spend more money on players, and it provides a great atmosphere. So for us, it's about customer service and constantly innovating to find ways to make people more comfortable and give them a more enjoyable time.
Being able to actually go and see a local team is very important. It's more of a social aspect, and Derby County encompasses that kind of social responsibility. And what I would say to other clubs is build that within your kind of accessibility features and make your club disabled friendly, and you'll create a loyal following and a loyal disabled supporting following for as long as you want it.
Well, I can't clap, so I've actually come on my own today without my carer, and so I feel I feel happy.
Supporters at the ground.